guys, this is Matt Beck from FreeSalonEducation.com here with episode 59 of Splitting Hairs. We got Brian Hare.
Morning.
Justin Scott.
Hey, guys.
Drea Boland.
Morning.
And Thaddeus Boland.
Hello.
And Christina Cavalcanti. And you know what? We're mic'd, all of us. So
you cannot control us.
thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're watching this live, most of you probably aren't. You'll watch it throughout the week. But thank you guys so much for the support for the year. We have a cool episode. What I want to do today is go over our favorite things of the year. But since we've never done this, it can be favorite things of our entire life, I guess, for doing hair. So next year we can just recap the year. But we have so many.
I think
things.
it's going to take a year to get through all of this.
I know. So let's focus on it. And the big thing with this is these were not products sent to us necessarily from sponsors. Some of them throughout the year were sent to us to review and test out. But for the most part, a lot of this is just things that are our favorite things. And I think it'll be interesting for you guys to see what we really like and what we use on a daily basis. So thank you to Millennium Systems International. Check them out, millenniumsi.com. One thing I really love about Millennium, the other day, I opened up the computer. We were having computer issues because, yes, it's a Windows computer. And so I was freaked out. I couldn't get Millennium to work. So I called them up, and it was like instantly I was on the phone with somebody. They logged onto our computer, fixed the problem in probably 20 minutes. So it was, it's cool having a company that's easy to access, easy to talk to, and they really just help out with everything.
Actually, wait, before you move on, I have a great Millennium thing for you. I had someone this week contact me. I'm not allowed to say who, because in case their hairdresser watches, we don't want to get anyone mad at anybody. But
Okay.
I got a text message saying, I got a great Millennium commercial for you. I called the salon to find out when exactly my appointment was, and after 15 minutes of angry customer service, he finally finished flipping through his paper book to find out when my appointment was. And I think if you had Millennium, it would just be a lot easier.
Yeah.
And that was not a hairdresser that sent me that. So
Okay.
it is someone who watches the show, but not a hairdresser.
Okay.
So it's just, there's proof is in the pudding right there.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, honestly, first off, let's start with our favorite thing is not using a paper appointment book.
Yeah.
So that would be number one. Second, Demand Force has been a huge help this year in bringing back guests that have left. You all right?
Fine. Just checking my hair.
Guests that have left, and now it's brought back a lot of our old clients from just who knows why they left, but they sent out emails to them if they haven't been in the salon for about 6 months or so. They sent them an email saying, "We wish you would come back," and we've gotten a lot of them back from that. And it's one of those things. Like I look at some of the guests I had, 6 years ago, and I think we've talked about this before, but I'm better at cutting hair now than I was 6 years ago. So a lot of those people that I had, I would love to have them back.
It's like a second chance.
Yeah, exactly. So
like,
Demand
JK,
Force
do
gives
over.
us a second chance. And so check out demandforce.com/free salon education. Mizutani Scissors, I'm sure we're going to talk about them today. Obviously, that's a favorite thing. MinervaBeauty.com. I just did a review of the station.
I saw.
It was fantastic.
Thank you.
I didn't watch it. I just saw that it was out.
Okay. So I did a review of the station. You know about it, so you don't really need to watch.
Right.
But
love it.
these stations have been awesome. So if you guys haven't seen that review, check it out on our website. Minerva also put it all over their Facebook, and it's on their website. So
Nice.
pretty cool. And then Lanza is the products. I did a product review for the healing oil system that they have. That's something we're using in the salon. We really love it. So check out Lanza as well. The Millennium Experience is coming up in June. I know it sounds like it's far away, but it comes quick. And so if you, it's an affordable way to hang out with, I think Nick Arrojo is going to be there, Gerard Scarpese from Hairbrained, and also Arrojo. There's a long list of people that are going to be there. I'm going to be speaking there as well.
It's one of those things that it's cool to go and see them, but just having not gone myself and seeing like the network and connections that you come home with every time.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I think I need to be there.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, Minerva, I met at the experience.
Right.
So, it was just a conversation, hanging out with them. The cool thing about the experience is it's intimate. So there's probably between 700 to 1,000 people there. You're all crammed into a hotel. All the big artists
I like
are
how
there.
intimate and crammed
It's
go
really
together
small
in your
hotel
world.
Usually, right?
Yeah.
It's not. there's not a lot of space. There's not a lot of fun things happening at the hotel.
We're gonna have
There's
a
a
nice
lot of
intimate
fun
evening
things.
on a subway.
But you're tightly with the artists, so you see people walking around.
Right.
You get to hang out with them and talk to them and connect. So definitely get your tickets for the Millennium Experience. I believe they have a deal going right now, so go onto their website and figure out that.
Figure it out. I don't know.
I don't
what
know
to
the
do.
deal.
Just figure it out for yourself.
I'm sure they have a great deal. Let's
Write a
see.
letter.
That's pretty much it.
It's this Christmas version.
All right.
Drummer boy.
Let's do.
Wait, are you jumping back? You've missed a few things here.
Yeah, I'm skipping over some stuff. That's the I just went over
Oh, that was him reading.
these.
Put into
That's
slow
my
mo
speed
to
read.
I was
understand.
gonna say
Yeah.
a speed reading.
Oh, whatever.
All right, little drummer boy, let's do this.
All right, so let's get into feedback from last week. Then we can do the few questions that we have. What is wrong with you people?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. So we also have a big beard oiling competition that's going to happen today. And
Competition now, huh?
of
You're
course,
going
I made
down,
it a
Baldy.
competition.
Everything's a competition.
So,
That
so
sounds gross.
All my focus is on my beard.
it's just for Brian. It's a beard oiling competition sponsored by Brian.
I'm going to Starbucks.
All right, feedback from last week.
All right, let's start off on a negative note. Jane Matskin. I love you guys, but I really don't think everyone needs to be microphoned. The background chatter and laughing was kind of annoying. Sorry, I feel bad. I feel kind of bad saying that, but thought I'd pass it along anyways. Or maybe Christina can have control of the background mics and turn them on when needed. I don't know. You can ignore me, move along, nothing to see here. Jane, I appreciate your sense of humor.
Yeah.
But this is our life, and now this is your life. We have to listen to this. You have to listen to this.
Yes.
You
This
can't
happens
censor
all
us.
day long, so here you go. And if
The best we thought we could do is to separate the beards by a few feet,
Yeah, we
thinking
did.
that maybe that would help.
It's not gonna stop us.
So Justin is this is his second week on the show, and he's got a mic now. So
Dre is
You,
pissed.
you will not
I am.
hear
I
me.
lost my chair.
You won't hear me scratching.
Do you know
my
how long
beard.
it took me to get to the table, Justin?
I just
So-
want a chair.
well,
No, I
Because
want
I
that
won't.
chair.
Oh, no.
I actually got to pick this chair over that chair.
make sure you talk into your mics, guys.
Good.
So at
I'm
least
glad you enjoyed
if
Sorry.
we're gonna have lots of chatter, at least it's clear. So that's it. So yeah, so we got Justin a mic. Last week he was wearing like a little lapel mic, and his beard was rubbing against it and stuff. so he was
And in all seriousness, we had to separate that and
yeah, and
Justin.
we really
So
did.
you didn't
And we
explain to me
did,
that it
so-
was.
It's like
picking up
having two-
everything until
I'm
midway through. when he-
looking at you,
didn't know.
going, you're like
It's like having
wiping
two
your
kids at a
face.
sleepover.
You wiped your beard, and the
not his
whole
fault.
napkin and beard just went all over your mic.
It's like kids at a sleepover. You have to pound the wall. Go to sleep. Stop talking.
So,
Okay.
but we did. Matt and I actually did say, let's just make sure we are answering all the questions, and that we're not getting it to Jane's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To her.
We got you.
We'd like to take her
We're
comment
working it
into
out.
I actually want to
consideration.
thank Jane because that's
Yeah.
the reason I'm on the table, not with a mic.
Right.
Couch. So thank you, Jane. I appreciate that.
Got him promoted. Look at that.
All right. All right.
All right.
Moving
Next
on.
we got Lucille Pugh. Pew.
Wasn't this list?
No, she's the one saying thank you so much for mentioning the Lucy ring. Just want to clarify a few things about it. You can point it down to protect the bottom knuckle, point it up to protect the top knuckle, and wear it on the inside for palm-to-palm cutting. Thin enough to only take up the space that is naturally between your fingers, and the metal will not harm your shears. You can customize it with any engraving to advertise for yourself or business. There's a ring sizer to print out on the website. I'm so excited to know how you like it while doing a haircut. Hope you love your Lucy ring. I actually want to try it just because, we were talking about it. Doing, club cutting, just straight across, both of us, the shears ride our fingers, so it doesn't do that much. But I feel like I do a lot of sort of out there point cutting in my haircuts, which I definitely feel like that's a little bit more geared towards. So I want to try it, but you have huge man fingers,
I'm
and I
gonna
have
throw
little old lady fingers.
scissors
I
everywhere.
can't do it.
So yeah, Brian tried to put my ring on, and it
So Lucy Pugh.
was very loose.
If I
on
get
me.
a ring, I would try it.
So here's the thing.
Tent.
First off, I got my finger measured at the jewelry store right down the street for my middle finger, and it doesn't fit. So that was for me the
You need
first.
to limit your salt intake.
So yeah, so it could be the pizza. I don't know, but I think it doesn't go on. So I've been wearing it on my pointer finger, and so here's the thing.
Index.
Index, pointer.
Hey.
Hey. Oh God, now it won't come off. So here's the thing. I like the quality of it is nice. I think that if you watch the video when they cut, they're holding the hair and kind of cutting on top of in the air when they cut. I don't personally think that you can cut a perfectly straight line in the air because there's no balance to it.
Right.
I like to slide my finger or my blade across my finger and cut, and this thing gets in the way. So I do think if you do a lot of point cutting, it might be good. If you cut yourself a lot, it's good. So
I do a lot of point cutting, and especially in
stop.
like my layering. I'll cut most of my layers with point cutting,
yeah.
which is how I do chop myself up a little bit. So I think when I do that type of cutting, that would come in handy.
Yeah. I think it's just figuring out maybe when you would use it, and
Depending on the type of haircutter
if you want to take
are.
the time to put this on when you go to point cut.
I'm all about some jewelry. Come on.
Right.
He'll wake up if
So-
it's like, let me get my Lucy ring.
So I don't have. It's not that I don't like it. I like
You'll have
the
one on every
concept of it.
finger.
I just don't. For my type of cutting, it gets in the way a little bit. And I think if it was on my middle finger, oh God,
Stop putting it on.
I know. If it was on my middle finger and because my blade rides across my index finger,
Your pointer?
I think I would be okay. I don't think it would be in the way. So, my pointer. Yeah, that's my point there. Let's go. Moving on.
So we like it, sort of.
So yeah,
Well,
I
we
mean,
just haven't been able to use it for what we think it's actually intended for yet. is
I don't think
basically
I
what that
cut the
comes to.
way that it's intended for, but I think I cut correctly. So that's the, you know what I mean? Like you should have, it should be cutting with one blade moving, one blade riding your finger. So it's a difficult piece in there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I think if you cut,
It's like doing jumping jacks with a pseudo armor on.
I think
I
if you're
gotcha.
cutting without riding your finger like this, you're bound to cut yourself a
Which
lot.
is what I do.
So yeah, so
That's how I roll.
Cut recklessly.
I'm leaving it on. I can't get it off.
All right.
Now my finger's swollen.
All right. Mickey Bullock. Clipper cutting is always appreciated. That was a great tutorial and very well explained. I very much enjoyed the explanation of which clipper and why, and hearing the hair being cut by the clippers was awesome. I am so listening for that sound from now on. Great tips overall. Please do more clipper tutorials. So that was your first feedback on your video, Justin. Yay.
I appreciate that.
When did we
greatly.
film that video? Last week?
Right after the show, because we
Right after
filmed
the
on
show,
Tuesday.
They were like, oh, you're going to do a haircut? Let me just mic you up real quick. Do quick tips. I'm like, what?
Well, you already mic'd, so.
Well,
So that was
Mike, so might as
Justin's
well.
first take on a video. He was nervous,
Trial by fire or kill it with fire, but I did trial.
but it has about 5,000 views in a week.
And
So
yeah, I'm happy with that.
a lot of great compliments. Not really too many questions. So I think you got through the information really well.
And that's it too. I mean, I'm very lucky for doing what I've been doing for so long, teaching. So it just kind of came as second nature to show the haircut how I would show one of my students.
Yeah.
And that's why I did it in the fashion that I did, so that way you can see the use of a rotary clipper to like a mechanical clipper. Also the balder, you know, like
Yeah.
I said, in those certain steps. So that way somebody who's really never done a haircut like that can really grasp it and kind of jump into it.
Yeah, we're gonna have some videos coming up with reviews of different types of clippers and stuff.
Ooh.
And because Justin studies them and he's used many different kinds, I think it'll be a good way to kind of, because he's already been walking around the salon like
He
cleaning.
comes in.
He
We look like
cleans all of
such-
our clippers.
We
for
look like
us.
such a group of assholes. Justin comes in, he's like, have you ever like taken this apart and like you can do that?
So
He's like, have you ever used this kind of spray mat? And he's like, never. I'm like, oh, all right.
so yeah. You
So
know,
we're
it's-
learning all kinds of things about.
Thanks, Justin.
Yeah. So appreciate all the clipper cleaning.
Yeah.
Hey, you're
Been
very
wonderful.
welcome.
I know, my stuff's working like brand new now.
I know, it's amazing. I don't fix my clippers until somebody's like, "Ah!" God," you know, and it grabs their neck, and
I
then
cut
you're
an
like,
artery.
and then you're like, "All right, maybe I should oil that up." All right, next,
Christina, we don't
But
really
again,
wait
thank you.
until then.
Yeah, Christina is so angry.
We haven't cleaned up
The
blood since
censor
I've been
board
here.
over
This should
there.
be like the confessions of a hairdresser
Yeah.
session.
All right.
All right. Our good buddy William Everett, love the podcast. It would be awesome for Matt to make a video of that cut.
So that cut was the really shaggy layered cut that we're gonna do on Drea with the
It was nice knowing
the
your
dark
hair,
one
right?
from Trending Tresses. What was the girl's name? Anybody
Vanessa Hudgens. When did we decide we're gonna do
Oh
it?
yeah, the
Right now?
I
dark
was just
one.
kidding, but
The dark one.
Right now.
that's the cut that you said you kind of wanted it, right?
Kind of, but then I'm really liking the length. I want it.
You're like up and down with
I'm
the.
bipolar with my haircut.
Listen,
Yeah.
you're a hairdresser, so it doesn't stay.
If you'd let mine grow, you could have cut my hair like that.
I know.
Can
we're
you
working
leave
on
our
it.
Can you leave all of our hair alone?
Yes,
Where's Barrett?
but yeah. So I want to do that cut. And we.
She's pregnant and letting it grow. You're not getting near her head.
All right.
All right, finally for this segment, we got Popeye81, one of my favorite guys. I love him. So I guess we're going to see a video with a properly done step-by-step shampoo massage. Brian, I'm talking to you. That's funny. I'll do it. I
Yeah.
like that
Model.
sync.
I will.
I actually
want
to shoot that video
model.
tonight.
A model.
I think.
I'll do it. I
We're
love
all
that
like-
sync. I'll do it.
So
3 times. And 3
maybe if
different-
we get Drea to hang out and have a drink after work,
I
we
doubt it.
could.
shampoo her.
If
and then
it's
cut
getting
her.
washed, it's getting cut.
Whoa.
You want to be a model for
Two
that
in
video?
one.
Wow.
I'll
so-
still be a model.
Okay.
You know how long it's been since I've gotten my head washed in one of the like.
I
it's
think I did
usually-
it last year when I
I
colored
like
it.
either throw it over the tub because we do my hair in the kitchen, or Matt like takes me back,
in the toilet. Flush. Swirly.
or he takes me back and like quickly washes out my color because he has somebody else in the chair.
Spray
Yeah.
bottle at the chair.
No,
There, the
Drea,
highlights are done.
You'll be
Drea,
fine, just
you
don't
have
finish.
actually,
I've given you a shampoo.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
I know. I want it again, especially in these sinks.
I feel like as soon as you become a hairdresser, you lose the experience.
Which is why I go back to going to another salon to get your hair done.
You should.
No.
We're not doing very good.
Yes, we are.
I'm just kidding.
My hair's fantastic. Always.
All right, next one.
That was it.
Oh, see.
Unless you
Cool.
want to roll straight into questions from social media.
Let's do that because we have so many favorite things to talk about.
All right.
So many favorites.
That's 30 favorite things on this table.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
We should have done like
One a
30
day.
days of
Or
30
one
days
person each episode.
yeah, or 30 days of favorite things, or 20. You know, like they do. Yeah, whatever.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
We'll
We
do
got
a quick-
next year.
We're just like, yeah. What?
I don't
Next
know.
year.
We'll be doing
Each
something else
December.
next year,
I
I'm
know.
sure.
All right. Questions from social media. I think the name got cut off of this one. So I don't know who this is. Sorry.
This came from somewhere else. I don't remember where, and I didn't post the name.
Okay. It starts off with, "Good day, sir. I have a question. What is the difference between 180-degree layering to 90-degree? I'm just an aspiring hairdresser. Thank you, and more power to you and FSE."
So no offense, Justin, if this is how you teach it, but
Good day, sir.
No offense taken prematurely.
That's what he's going to say. He's going to flip the table. Good day, sir.
but the problem is in beauty school they teach you what a 180-degree haircut is pulling everything straight up in the air.
Yep.
But they don't take head shape into consideration, and the fact that once you're at the top of the head and you're pointing straight in the air, it's 90 degrees. So the difference between 180 degrees and 90 degrees is the degree. It's
Is 90 degrees.
90 degrees is
90
straight out
degrees.
from the head. 180 degrees would be kind of directly off of the 90-degree angle.
It's so funny. I got to say, thanks to you, I guess, I was teaching. You kind of beat that into my head as well, and it finally has stuck and has helped me. I was teaching a balayage class this weekend, and I was talking about, elevating it off the head so it doesn't press on the sections below. And I really, when I got up around the curve of the head, I was like, now listen, pulling this out to here because the round of the head is not the same. Pay attention to what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're ruining it and smashing it on the section below. This is 90. And I thought of you.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
Matt would be proud.
That's the thing. Like, people never teach the head. Like,
Well,
the head is curved.
Most don't.
Right. In my school.
But
Let's
here's
put
the,
it that way.
Here's the rebuttal to that one, though, is that you teach the basics. So you teach a 180, you teach pulling straight up, and you hope they get it. And you
Right.
hope it's straight.
Right.
And it is what it is.
Right.
Then, as they get a little more advanced, I personally will teach them to take into consideration a lot more of that head. But I mean, general haircutting, when I teach it, now to my barbers, let's say, I've never seen so many people grasp so many haircuts so well. It's actually really crazy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But you can't. Then don't call it 180 degrees
No,
because you
it's long
confuse
layers.
people. Yeah.
But
It's
again,
the same
that goes
with
back
the
to the text.
45.
Goes back to the textbooks. That's the textbook's going to have in its little diagram. So
I know.
that's what the curriculum wants it to teach. But I mean, as a basic 90 degrees coming out 90 degrees from any point in that head, where 180 is completely up. That's really the only difference I could say.
Yeah.
But it gets a little muddy.
It's 180 when you're pulling this part of the head up.
Mm-hmm.
This flat part right here.
At the occipital bone.
Past the occipital. Because the occipital is basically sitting at
Well, I'm saying that's the only spot that I think is probably really 180.
yeah. So once you get to the top of the head, it's going to
That's-
create inconsistent layering that you're trying to build, because you're removing a ton of weight at the bottom, and then you're removing just a little bit of weight at the top at 90 degrees. So when it falls, you're getting that stack of layering sitting in the mid part of the head,
Gross.
and then the bottom is collapsed
Yep.
because it's 180. So you just really got to focus on head shape, and that's all I really got to say about that.
Oh,
Do
is
we have
that-
a video to refer
that
to
on?
any of that?
Yeah,
your cutting?
Our
tips?
fundamental cutting videos on the website,
Oh, okay.
on freesaloneducation.com,
That's
talk
going-
about head shape.
That's reaching
Yeah.
back.
That's way back.
Those are good videos, though.
Yeah.
They're
Good
Solid.
information in there.
I want to redo those, and I definitely want to start in January with the live cutting classes.
Well, we have a model.
I know. We could just take it down, Dre. You got enough hair now. We could just
We
start.
can do so many different
long
haircuts on
layers.
there.
Haircuts. So
Work our
So
way
many
all the way up.
activities.
Long layers to pixie.
All right.
Long layers
No
to pixie.
pixie. Never be a pixie.
I can show you some clipper over finger techniques. That'd
No.
be great. We'll get rid of all that bulk and length.
All right.
Stop it.
All right. All right.
I'll punch you.
How
I
are we gonna
need
separate them?
I think we know who the problem.
It's clearly both of
We
them. because
found
they're-
the common denominator.
Can I
Yes.
just say that
The
Brother
Bolin
and sister.
siblings. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
the
okay.
Bolin
I think
gene.
Claudia got separated the other day from.
Justin?
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys can't see Christina's face. That was so awesome for me to watch and not have it directed at me for once.
If laser beam shot out of her eyes, I would be dead right now.
Okay.
All right.
This is my
Still, a
question.
year and a half later, I still don't know if I'm saying her name right. It's either Anissa or Anissa, and she always says, "Yeah, you said it right," but I don't know which one was right.
Let's say it's Anissa. Is it correct?
Answer him.
Yes. Are we?
All right. Great tip. Now here's a question. How would you take someone who is an all-over color, level 6, and wanted to darken her color, and now have a few balayage pieces with the same level color that she is now? I don't get that. Could you add darker color using the same technique as you would for doing an ombre?
I think she's saying, could you balayage with darker color?
I'm either getting balayage with darker color or just do level on level different tone, and definitely.
Yeah.
What my understanding is, remember when you did that corrective color and you filled in the void space?
Right.
I think that's what she's talking about, going darker by filling in the void space.
Well, she's saying 6
But she wants
and
to keep
6.
She wants her base color to go darker with a few balayage pieces that are about the level 6.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
basically, yes is the answer. No matter which question that is, the answer is yes. All of the above you can do, whether it's, like Drea said, filling in the negative space to allow her level 6 to be the highlight, or it's using another tone of level 6 to just add some color dimension. Balayage is a technique. It is not a look, and it can be applied to any color, anything.
Yeah, you just have to be really careful when you're hand painting color because it can get really spotty.
Oh,
So
yeah.
people-
Well, and also don't forget, color's not going to lift color. So if you're going to hand paint color, it better be virgin hair.
Right.
Or you're going darker. 'Cause
Right.
otherwise, that's going to be spotty as F.
Yeah.
All right. We good with that?
I think so. Moving
All right.
on.
Hillary Belknap. What do you mean by soft rouging? I believe that's the word. It was for the Jenny McCarthy look.
So Drea hitting the spotlight this
Yeah.
week too. So her 3 favorite looks from the AMAs. She did a video.
Yeah.
So we didn't really show the rouging because we used Claudia, and
Claudia. Claudia works here.
To be honest, Claudia's hair took a little bit of work to get into that style.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of rouging. There was a lot of like fussing
It
around
was
with
a
it.
lot of soft
It was
rouging.
Yeah.
aggressive rouging.
It was
Yeah.
not. It was not going the way it was supposed to happen.
Yeah, so we
Good job,
showed the
Claudia.
look and kind of broke it down, saying we use soft rouging.
Yeah.
So why don't you talk about that?
Well, what I meant by soft rouging is just kind of breaking up that bottom to make it a little bit fatter, but not so much creating a ball of teasing or anything like that. It's just softly going in there, lifting up some shorter hairs, just to fasten it up, but not necessarily create a nest.
Yeah, rouging
it's
is
just soft
underneath.
teasing.
Yeah, soft teasing underneath, right?
So that you have a nice smooth top underneath of it, keeping it really polished and pretty.
Also, what that helps to do is, like, you did many curls that you kind of wanted to fall together into
Yeah.
one shape, and that soft rouging in the back sort of just
Locks it in
adds that
place.
little bit of glue to keep those curls together so they don't try to separate.
Yeah. All right.
Cool beans. Hillary Belknap. When do you use a wand versus a standard curling iron? Also, is it relevant to use a Marcel? Not the hot iron in an oven, but just the twirling handle Marcel from beauty school. Thanks.
Who wants to go with this one?
Well, I have not used a Marcel since beauty school, personally. I just think that there's so many different shapes of irons and so much fun that you can have with them that I wouldn't necessarily go with that super small Marcel iron.
Well, no, but Marcel's come in all different sizes.
That's
Yeah, Marcel's
They do.
like the style of the
It's the style of the
spinning.
handle
Yeah.
that you can spin. I
Which
like that a
that's-
lot better than.
Yeah,
I was
that's
gonna
a
say, I've been
preference
using
thing.
it for so long that it's a preference thing, and it's also what kind of clientele you're gonna work with. If you're gonna work with a clientele who has like these crazy long hair, and you're gonna do these runway looks or these like prom looks, a wand is usually a little more, time sensitive for you. Whereas Marcel, it's more of a
Boom.
technique and a skill thing.
That just made him up to, guy.
Please God no.
It's on
I'm
video.
the barber guy. I know nothing about Marcel's. I take it all back. But I mean, again, it comes to clientele and it comes to your skill level and what your personal preference is, I feel.
Yeah, I agree. I concur.
Yeah.
Good, sir.
All right.
Cool. Dominic Zoda. What kind of osters are those? Thanks for the video. Always great to see a good fade. Look
Thanks,
at that.
bud. Appreciate that.
Somebody did comment and say what they were on the video, but
Yeah.
I figured we'd just address the clippers a little bit. So
Oh, they were yours. They were the Paul
They were
Mitchell-
Brian's, is what they
They were
were.
the
What
Paul
kind of
Mitchell.
he
osters?
cleaned them and then used them.
They're
They were the
Brian
Paul
osters.
Mitchell, the two-speed Osters. I forget the exact.
It's just the
name
Paul
of it.
Mitchell brand of
Oster,
osters.
yeah.
What's your favorite?
I don't necessarily have a favorite. It's really, again, depending on the hair I'm going to cut. I mean,
Okay.
I love his for the fact that it's a two-speed, but I have an older style Oster that just has a single speed on it that does a great job as well.
Okay.
So yeah, it's really about what type of.
Make sure you're up on that mic.
Sorry.
There you go.
What kind of comfort level you have with the cutting hair? Because when you're using Osters aren't a very newly barber-friendly clipper, I want to say, because they cut so fast. There's
Yeah.
no space for error whatsoever. Whereas an old mechanical pair, like I said, at Andy's Masters, like we have here as well, they cut a little slower. So you might have to go over a section once or twice.
Yeah.
But the ones he has, like I said, are fantastic. You just
Okay.
they have the detachable guards to them, the metal heads. I enjoyed them.
All right.
All right. April Romo. I've always wondered if you could do somewhat of an ombre, but just with lighter shades of brown instead of a lightener with dark brown virgin hair like this model has. I'd really like to see a video on that, if that's possible to do something like that.
I really put that in there for that reason. Like, maybe we should do a video on that. Seems like there's a lot of
on
questions.
just using color.
Color instead.
I mean, but the thing is that it's the same thing. Like, that's
I
a
know.
technique. If I had chosen to just use color on Vanessa, then I just would have used color
Right.
instead of
you wouldn't have done
lightener.
anything different.
Right. I mean, it's same sectioning. It's the application. It's just using a different product. It's like asking me to do the video, but only use 20 volume instead of using 40.
Right.
Like, it's.
Maybe people want to see all of that, how you would make that blend.
I mean, but you would still do it the same way. You would just make sure, like, one of the benefits of using lightener versus using color. Like, I don't really use color on my ombres because good luck finding someone with long enough hair that's virgin to do an ombre on, like Vanessa, which is lucky. I think one of the reasons that I use lightener is just to make sure, because say you pick a color and you do the ombre and you realize it wasn't light enough or it was the wrong tone. Now you're kind of screwed because you've got so much of it running through all the lengths of the hair, whereas using lightener, it just sort of it decolorizes. It gets everything out of your way, so that then you can look at it and put exactly what color you want over that.
Yeah, you're not gonna get. You're not
I'm
gonna
not talking
see.
about-
Wasn't the technique kind of for placing sun-kissed, like natural kind of high?
But the thing with Sunkissed,
I don't
though,
know. Like, is
well,
that
like I used the sunlights on this one versus like the old technique that I did a year ago. I just used a lightener. I used
Yeah.
Paul Mitchell lightener that could be substituted with any lightener. This particular balayage lightener, I feel like actually has a much more similar consistency to actual color. So if you were to try this with just color, I would do more like the application that I did in the most recent video versus what I did last year.
okay?
You know, because it's fatter sections, a thicker applications, because you want it to show up. But honestly, like I said, yes, of course you could. I personally just like to use lightener because, one, the good thing about using lightener and then just toning it to whatever end result you want, you'll be able to change that seasonally.
Right.
If I were to have just used 8A on her, well, then she's stuck with that. That's not really going to change over time. So then you'd end up having to use lightener anyway to cleanse that, to make it something more, you know, adjustable for the seasons.
Yeah, I think your best bet is pre-lighten it and tone it to what you want it to be.
And you don't have
It
to
doesn't lift
pre-lighten
that
it to
far
like
anyways.
white. I mean,
right.
you don't
it
have
doesn't
to
lift to
go
white.
crazy. Just get it lighter and then adjust with color as
Yeah.
needed.
I mean, if you watch anybody, even people that do like the vibrant colors and stuff, they'll basically platinum card somebody, then color it dark. Like because you have to lift it past where you want it to go in order to drop your tone in. That's basically the reason why we have developer. Developer lifts it past where it needs to go and then deposits the pigment. So if you're not, it's not going to be as easy. You're going to get a better tone if you just pre-lighten it.
Yeah. If you're looking for something more subtle, just go with color.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
if you're actually looking for the look,
Yeah.
I'd say just use lightener.
Okay.
Cool.
Good answer.
Thanks. Jesse Long. I have a video request. I have found a lot of great videos on balayaging natural or solid color of hair. I'm now in search of a stylist who demonstrates creating a balayage effect on heavily highlighted hair with about only an inch of outgrowth. I would love tips on how to transition my highlights into balayage. I would appreciate some ideas and pointers, and even video links to other sites with tutorials that you're not going to get. XOXOX, thank you so much. All right, so did I not get it? This sounds like it's not a hairdresser. She's in search of a stylist who demonstrates creating balayage on somebody who's growing out. She wants to go from highlights to balayage. Is what
I don't
she's
think
at.
it's her. I mean, did you see her picture? She looks like a hairdresser. I mean,
Yeah.
not to.
She looks like one of them
She
hairdressers.
does, I mean, she's got platinum short blonde hair. I don't think it's her that wants this on her.
Well, I'm just
Or
saying.
maybe
I'm
she
going
needs a
off of.
stylist
I'm
who's
actually going
making
off
a
of what was
video.
said and not just looking
No,
at her
she said
pictures.
she's in search of a stylist. You're a stylist. I'm looking for a stylist that demonstrates that.
Maybe
Not
for her to
her own
learn from,
stylist.
though.
Or
That's
watch a
Ah.
video.
To
Or like
learn
you, get
from.
her hair done
All right,
by
so-
out of her own salon.
But anyways,
Either which way.
step 9.
Who cares what she does?
Step 9 does show how to do a balayage retouch. I
Right.
think is good. I
It
think.
could, and honestly, that would
think-
apply to somebody with grown out highlights.
Yeah.
If it's such a heavily highlighted head that just doing a balayage retouch isn't enough, then like Drea brought up earlier, then you might want to mix a little bit of a deeper semi-permanent color to kind of blend out the middle of the V section that I do in all the balayage videos that are up. I guess we could do a video on that if I could find the right model.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I could, if we could like
Where are we
highlight a
gonna find
mannequin.
blonde with roots. A heavy blonde. Heavy highlighted blonde.
So you want some highlight tray?
She doesn't like it at the scalp.
No,
All right.
no, we could honestly
We'll
we
find
could do
somebody.
that on
I think-
a mannequin. Just
Yeah.
foil it an inch out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can do it. So,
But I don't think she wants it to the scalp. She said an inch of outgrowth. Or
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
talking about someone going from foiling to balayage.
Yeah.
How do you transition that? And that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. If you just do a balayage retouch, unless they were really, really heavily highlighted, that should blend it out enough to let it
Right.
start growing out.
It all depends on what you're working with, basically, is
Right.
what you're saying.
And then finally, last one, Christine Meyer. I'm sorry, this took way too many steps to achieve. Spelled too wrong, Christine, just saying. I cut
Grammar Nazi.
these. Well, hey, if she's gonna be a Nazi about Justin's haircut, then I'm gonna let her know she can't spell.
Well, did you see Jane wrote Mike's Mikes?
We do not control people.
Yeah. But they try to control us, so I'm just saying, you come at us, I'm coming at you.
All right, there we have it.
You gonna jump through that camera?
This
All
We're
right.
so proper.
Listen, spelling your twos wrong is like ridiculously unnecessary. I
Okay.
cut these all the time, and his poor head was being beat up. No, it wasn't, and I'm a sensitive little baby. Anyone can cut this without all that trouble. No, they can't. Start with the shortest and work your way up, if that's your preferred style. That way, the client's head is safe from all the abuse. I don't like this one.
Okay, I'm going to jump in and referee Brian here.
Okay.
So,
Well, all feedback can't be positive.
no, it can't be, and I'm not mad about this at all. I actually want to first off say thank you for any and all feedback I do receive. It
Say
can only
that
do
now.
nothing but help me, make Brian
till you
mad,
Watch out.
but
views.
help me. With
And
this
they
one,
hope you die.
with this one, anybody can't start from the shortest and work their way up. That's called fading up, and I plan to do a video eventually and show you the difference between fading up and fading down. Everyone can't grasp that, where they put a hard line of their shortest length in, and they fade up from there. A lot of people get very nervous, very frustrated, they get taken back with the permanent, oh crap, there's a line right there.
If you want to
So-
look at people, because I feel like you don't know where to look.
Where
Thad,
do I put my hands?
look at that beautiful.
Well, he's pointing over there, and you're pointing to him, so I'm just going to look at her.
That one.
That one.
Okay.
The jib.
The jib.
If you'd like to speak directly to this person,
yes.
I do.
So I'm going to speak directly to Christine. So like I say, to fade up is not something everybody can comprehend. So the way I showed it, and I didn't beat his head up, I was actually very gentle with his head. If you watched, it took many steps so that it wouldn't run over his head a million times with a very, very short guard or a very, very hot guard, because they do get hot. Yeah, like I said, I taught this so that anybody who's never done a fade before can kind of jump in and give it a shot. The way you're talking, it's a technique, like balayaging or like cutting layers. There's a million of ways to do it. So if that's your way, that's your way. But that's not the way I want to teach people. So if you would like to make a video, that'd be great. We would love to see it. I would love to see how you do your fade from skin to longer. And we can work with that. I mean, again, that's your way to do it, and this is my way to teach it.
Right.
Have we become that jaded from negative comments? Did we used to sound like that? Now it's like, whatever, shut up.
Well, this is what happens on YouTube. You put yourself out there. You spend a lot of time creating the thing. And then, like, my pompadour video, which I'm not the best pompadour cutter ever.
And you
anywhere.
never claimed to be.
Not even close. But I did a pompadour video. It has 2.5 million views, and every single day that video gets like 22,000 views a day. And every single day, when I'm going through to find these questions, it's like you start off by depression, and then you're like even more depressed, and people are just ripping you apart.
And I just want to make it clear right now, I'm not a barber. I'm a hairstylist who does barber-style cuts. Like, there's a difference. Barbering's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like, you're a barber, and you do your barber work. I'm just a hairdresser who does some pretty tight haircuts. I'm never going to claim the barber code, because that's not me. I have plenty of friends who are barbers, and I have so much respect for them that they wouldn't claim a hairdresser.
But you do have a barber license, and you teach barber.
I have several barbering licenses.
Right. So, but that's the we want to break it down. We want to make it easy, and hopefully we can, create these videos that will help hairdressers cut men's hair. That's the whole point.
And we do appreciate the feedback.
Of course,
We just
yeah.
prefer constructive over just criticizing.
Yeah, somebody wrote a really nice
He
thing.
did say I'm sorry.
No, they always say I'm sorry.
Oh.
That's just because they're...
Sorry, I'm not sorry.
Sorry I'm robbing this bank, but giving you all of your money.
Okay,
So
so
I'm committing a crime.
trending tresses, and
Yeah.
then maybe we will do each
One
week.
person a week.
Yeah,
We have a lot of
We
stuff.
have a lot of things.
let's do that.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll start with Christina this week.
All right, so
I'm
trending...
so prepared. You are
Trending-
my favorite thing, Brian.
Give us the tresses,
All
Dre.
right, so this week's trending tresses is very short. There's really only one. Everyone was busy.
What is the
eating-
trending tress this
the
week?
The trending tress is Jessica Simpson went platinum blonde, like super blonde, which is fun. Like, I don't know, it's blonde.
All right,
I
and
got
she's
nothing.
done.
Okay,
I-
then.
Is she underneath? I can't tell if it's just the lighting in that picture or what. Because it looks, it's like wicked blonde up on
Yeah.
top. Is it darker underneath?
It looks like it's a nice golden blonde on the underneath, though.
Yeah, it looks like it's just around her face a little bit. We'll see more. This is the only picture that's up right now.
How'd you get the iCloud feed on your?
I texted
She
it to
sent
her.
it to me. See, I don't
Oh,
have an
that's
iPhone. I have a
nice.
real phone that has like nice battery life. It doesn't break all the time. I can do this to it and not be worried. It's called an Android.
Oh, jeez, they're both the same.
He's one of
pretty
those.
much.
Special treatment to get the trending tresses sent to your phone.
Thad was like that
I
for a
don't
really long
want
time.
them. Oh no! I had the Android because I couldn't get the iPhone because I had Verizon.
Oh no!
Don't put me in that same boat. I hated the Android.
But then the other thing I did want to talk about is this has
Sorry,
clearly
Jen.
been the year of the bob. So what I would like to hear is everyone's feedback on whose favorite bob, and we'll take a vote to nominate that by the end of the year.
Okay, so yeah, let's post below in the comments.
Dre, the one girl looks like you. Who is that? The one next to Lauren Conrad, like all the way to the right in the middle.
Who's Lauren Conrad?
Ask Claudia.
That would
Miranda
be
Lambert?
Miranda Lambert.
All the way to the right in the middle?
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's who's that girl? I asked you who
She looks like
was.
Drea.
I can't see her.
I forget her name. Oh, Lucy Hale.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Lucy Hale. All right.
Lucy hair? Like
So
Brian
if
hair?
you guys
Yeah,
like
Lucy
one
Hale.
of those bobs from the year,
Yeah.
we will do a cutting tutorial on that. Is that what you're saying?
Sure,
All right. Sure, maybe, or we'll just vote.
Sure, maybe.
We'll do it on Drea.
Yeah, we'll
And
do it on
try
Drea.
to take because
That's Drea's next haircut, whichever one you guys pick.
Yes, you guys vote for Drea's next haircut.
Why do these things get made up without my consent?
You
What'd you
signed
say,
the waiver.
Chris?
I didn't sign any waiver.
Okay.
Like, damn, I signed a waiver.
What
All
was
right. So that's the
well, I was
tractor-
gonna say just look at the hair because some of their faces look not as good.
Brittany
as
looks like she's
usual.
smelling a fart in that one. She does.
But it doesn't have to be from
You
these.
just sounded like a pirate.
Just
She's
anyone
like-
who's
And
got
Haley
bob.
Berry just did it. Like she's like. Not like did it like she farted. Like she farted. Not like.
Looks like she just did it.
No, not did it. Like. Oh
Did you
my
guys just laugh
God.
over did it? Okay. All right.
Emily
laughed 'cause
Stone.
she
Is
said
that
it.
Emma Stone? Is that that's
Stone
like a
is in
mug
there.
shot? Yeah, just look at the hair.
Yeah, that is a
And it
mugshot.
doesn't have to be
It
from
is?
those photos.
She's-
No.
Just,
Oh.
it had just whoever got a bob this past year.
Did you make that picture?
I did not make that picture.
Okay.
Just you should just say, yeah.
Did you get Emma Stone's from TMZ's
Wait, who
mugshots?
made? So I just want to clear this up. Who made the Olaplex thing with the two tigers?
Oh my God, that
my
was
little
hysterical.
sister sent it to me and goes, "This reminds me of Brian."
Okay.
That was
Do we
hilarious.
was
have
hilarious.
that?
Yeah, and then I posted it on the.
We need to show
So
it.
it's not ours. We didn't make it.
No.
We
No.
don't make anything.
Hey, I made the Dos Equis guy.
I know you did make the Dos Equis guy. Okay.
We made this podcast
All right. Favorite
happen.
things. Who's going favorite things today? Who wants to go?
Not me.
All right, fine, I'll go. So, some of my favorite things.
There you go.
That was easy
So
enough.
Drea's favorite things.
Let's
Are-
see. Freestyle system.
So wait, last night was it? Last night we get this text message
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
the favorite things. Just
Yeah.
to preface this, last night we get a text message deciding to make our favorite things. So we had to mull over what our 5 favorite things from this past year or ever are.
I figure I'll
So we're gonna do one per show.
Oh my God.
No, I'm not saying that it was hard. I'm just giving you a little explanation.
Well, I'm just going first so that when everybody else copies me and favorite things, that I said it first.
If they're your
Unless
favorite
you have like
thing,
5
you should
Smart.
just know what it is.
We're good.
We're good. You and I don't
Okay,
share
what's
the
your
same
favorite things?
Favorite things. Freestyle systems.
Okay.
I love them.
Brian, grab it.
Okay.
That
Grab it,
is
Brian.
one of my favorite things. Makes it so much easier to style hair in the
Is
salon
that loud?
every single day.
Let me turn down your mic.
Damn it! Why did we give the freestyle system a mic?
Hey, Mike.
Drop it. Actually, be careful. Watch the camera.
All right, try it.
All right, moving on.
It
Another
swung
one of my
into your
favorite things
camera.
Is Millennium software. If
Okay.
you've ever worked in a salon that does not have Millennium software, it's not as much fun to book appointments, go and grab the information that you need.
Have
every single day.
competitions, win
And you
money
Have
at the end of the week.
competitions, Yeah. So.
And
I-
you've used other things, right?
Yeah, I have used other software, and this is by far my favorite software that I have used.
Okay, what else?
My 413 brush.
Yeah, I'm with you
That
on
is
that.
a fantastic
That's
brush.
like,
Yeah.
I
Paul Mitchell 413 brush.
don't
Heck
live
yeah.
without it. I have 2 favorite YS Park combs. I don't remember the numbers.
That's
on
the
there.
334
It's written on there,
or the 339.
real tiny,
They
on
just got
the
both
end.
It's fine. I don't know what that one is.
Here, hand me the pink one. I'll
this
tell you.
one's 336.
Wow, it was so and pink.
And the pink one.
Okay.
3336 and 337.
They're buddies.
They're buddies.
You
Comb
can't beat a
pals.
YS Park comb.
Like I love them. Like
No.
You really
I've
can't.
tried many different combs, and you just can't beat them. So,
There are many combs alike,
Yeah.
but this one's mine.
okay, what is that your favorite things?
I'm gonna come in
Yeah,
like a wrecking ball.
That's your favorite things? All right.
Okay, that was easy enough. That
All
was,
right.
That wasn't 5 though. That was
Then
4.
Justin,
oh, sorry, Justin. Let me,
that was
let me-
5. 2 combs, a brush,
And a blow dryer.
Millennium.
Oh,
and-
Millennium.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't
Okay,
forget
Brian's still
Millennium.
playing with the.
I like freestyle
I just, I just pictured
I actually.
Brian
hate freestyle
just
systems.
pulled
No,
down
I'm
the,
just kidding.
the blow dryer and he goes, I'm going to come in
All right,
like a
let's
wrecking
do
ball.
Justin.
Okay. Well,
Oh, gee.
believe it or not, I actually do women's hair and longer hair. So a few of the things I am very happy about and make my job very easy. One is a square brush. This is really good for curly hair, or just get like a nice kind of wave towards the bottom. Found them a couple years ago. It looked odd, so I bought
What's it? Who makes it?
This one is by I don't know.
Square brush.
Square brush. It's got an S on it, so I guess square
Yeah.
brush. It's nano ionic. I don't know. Really cool square stylers. Picked it up at my local beauty store.
Okay.
And yeah, they're
Why
fantastic.
square?
The square one I like, especially for curlier hair, wavy hair. It kind of holds on to the hair. You get tension around the little edges here.
Yeah, I could see it having more
Um,
tension.
I love them, and I think I found them small through extra large, kind of like the Paul Mitchell setup has.
Okay.
Yeah, and even on like normal hair, just straight hair, you get like a nice curl towards, not a curl, but like a nice even wave at the bottom. So that's one of them.
Okay.
Christina, take it home. Play with it.
Yeah, you can borrow that. Another one is the Spritz and Stay by Big Sexy Hair. That's good for all types of clients. It's good for damp hair, dry hair. I use it actually in my own hair with the pomade because I go out of the house at 7:45 in the morning and don't get back till 11 at night.
Okay.
So it keeps a nice fancy dew all day long, run around.
Did you get your haircut?
I did. I did get a haircut. My good buddy Carmine, who's one of my student teachers, he owns a barbershop in LBI. Took care of me last night.
Nice.
Yeah.
Looks good.
You went to
another
LBI last night?
He's my student teacher, so he cut me at work.
Where is
Yeah.
that?
He lives down there.
I live.
there.
He lives in. I live.
He
in-
drives an hour and a half.
I
to
drive
get
an
here.
hour and a half just for an hour-long podcast once a week.
Really?
Yeah.
And you cause so much havoc.
I
I'm
know.
just kidding.
It's the drive.
Wait, where do you? Oh, I was gonna ask you where you live.
It's
but I
the
got
road
it.
rage when he gets
It's
here.
the road rage. Yeah.
And then not talking to people for a long time,
Yeah.
and he just can't stop.
yeah, sorry guys.
Okay, what's that one?
This is Thermoglide by Matrix. It's a really nice blow drying gel. I just like it. It's not too heavy. It's good on most any type of hair.
Okay.
So, and my last is a couple different pomades.
Just a couple.
A couple. I brought 3 of my favorites. The one thing that they all have in common, though, I have Shiner Gold here, Layrite Extra Hold, and Suavecito Extra Hold. They're all water-based. A lot of problems with pomades. Give them smells. They smell fantastic.
That's what I'm doing.
A lot of problems with pomades is that people buy them and they're like wax base, or they're a little heavy and it takes a while to wash out or shampoo out of the hair. Whereas these, especially the Layrite, washes out like a basic hair gel.
Okay.
Doesn't take a ton of lathering, scrubbing to get the pomade out. You get out, you're good to go.
Have you tried the cool grease?
I have not yet. That's
I have
what
a
wanna
ton
try.
of it. You should
Really?
try it.
Yeah.
I have almost everything. I don't know. I think
You
it's
have it
back
all.
there.
Oh my
Okay.
God, this smells good.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
The Suavecito is awesome. The only reason I usually use Layrite a lot more is because around here, Layrite is a lot more attainable. A lot of people have Layrite around here in their shops to sell.
Okay.
I mean, just throwing it out there.
Cool.
It's a great product.
All
But
right.
yeah, those are my favorites.
Sweet. And then, so we have a couple products that Christina picked up at the local Cosmoprof. And one is these are all from Gibbs, which is a product I wanted to talk about before. They are beard, hair, and tattoo oils.
I'm a perfect model for all 3.
So this is the Manscaper, which I'm going to give to Justin. And then Thad's going to have the Voodoo Prince. So basically they're hipster oils. So let's
This is the devil.
why don't you try this out?
You're the devil.
They also
I
had a
might be.
conversation this morning before you got here about how do they shampoo their beards?
I'm so glad I wasn't here.
And so their beard should be nice, fresh, and soft. So
I
let's
did
try
shampoo my beard this morning.
let's try
with,
this out,
Paul Mitchell
Thad. Let
tea
me
tree.
know the smell of it, what you think. Rub it on your tattoos.
Can I be excused?
Lather up. Can you guys just lather up?
The only way I'm going to do this is if Brian lathers my beard.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
guys-
god.
That
That just soaked it on.
soaked it all up.
You guys lather up and then wrestle.
It doesn't smell horrible.
What does it smell like? Let me see it.
It smells like
One smells better than the other, the girls said. I'm like,
Yeah.
I won't give them. I don't know which one.
this smells like almost.
Oh, this does smell good.
It smells like
Very manly.
It smells
Yeah,
like a
I
cheap
thought-
man cologne.
So wait,
Yeah,
Thad
but
got
I
the
like
stinky
cheap
one?
men cologne smell.
see.
Thad that rubbed it in more than anyone.
That's like.
Wait, Thad,
now
what does
it's-
it smell
now
like?
I just want to say
Wait, give me.
I don't like the smell anymore. It smells like a bug repellent now that it's on my face.
I got the good one.
This smells like a gym.
Exactly. I don't like this. I'm
think-
not rubbing this on my tattoos at all.
I
Oh
think
no, it doesn't smell good.
It smells like a bug repellent.
Pretty good.
Oh, it
Wait.
does.
Wait, can
Dad
anybody?
must have got the good
Okay,
smelling.
wait. Can
I think it smells like a fig Newton.
All right, calm down.
Let
So,
me smell them.
can anybody tell me why would we put it on our tattoos in the first place?
Well, it's
They're
an,
always supposed to moisturize.
well, it's an oil.
always or just when you get it?
Always. It's
I've had
skin. You're
tattoos for
supposed to
10 years,
moisturize
never
your
done anything with
skin,
them.
Matt.
They look like it.
But here's
really,
the
would
thing.
you like
when
to show off these perfect 10-year-old tattoos?
Yeah,
I
but what's
know.
better? What about this is better than just like regular like moisturizing? And like Justin probably can answer that.
Nothing is better about this than regular moisturizer because this is not for nothing. It sounds like just a gimmick.
It's a gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Trying to get
it's
guys-
Sorry,
smells
Gibbs.
Like bug repellent. But
Yes, you have to wash
think
your
so.
beard.
I have to wash. I need a beard shampoo. Can we get a tutorial video on a beard shampoo?
Yeah.
Brian, will you give me a beard shampoo?
No.
So, all right.
But,
so
but the bulls are calling for it.
the Gibbs tattoo
I
and
like the
beard
smell of that.
oil.
Yeah.
I don't mind the smell of that one.
I think it smells
Um,
like fig Newtons.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a good gift this holiday
fig
season
Newton
for your
smell?
beardly men,
Is it Gib or Jib?
I don't know. I don't think it matters because after this hipster phase is over, I don't think the company's
God,
gonna
I
be
hope it's
moving
soon.
on. So that's pretty much it, guys. I don't think
Free wheel.
next week. Oh,
Spin-
free wheel.
The
Who do we got?
free wheel.
Who do we got for the wheel this
Uh,
week?
Jonathan Alexander Gomez.
Mr.
Oh.
Gomez.
All
I
right,
know
Jonathan.
him.
You
He
do?
used to. I teach classes. I love him.
Okay.
He used
So-
to work in Montclair.
Well, he has the opportunity to win 3 months free of Mevo, $25 gift card, YS Park Combs, T-shirts, a blow dryer from Amica, or
Look
a
at
Bolly
Justin's
box.
face.
So let's see what Drea spins. Jonathan, good luck.
Oh my God, that scared me. Thought there was a drive-by.
And we have Millennium. Jeez.
Kick ass.
So 3 months free of Mevo. Jonathan, email matt@freesaloneducation.com. Your contact info. I'll forward it over to Millennium, and they will give you a shout. You're good, Thad. Don't worry. So that's pretty much it, guys.
Oh,
I think.
Was this for you?
That's for me. My bug repellent. I don't know where to put my hands.
So pretty.
Um,
All right. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all at Free Salon Education. And also subscribe to us right here on YouTube. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I know it's getting chaotic, but you know what? It's fun, and I enjoy it, and I don't.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
And that's all that
So
matters.
we
Next
are
week, Matt
about
and I are doing our 5 faves.
we are a month away from hitting 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
really?
I don't even think it's gonna take that long.
It will, but I watch the stats very closely. But we
I'm
All
totally.
day, air day.
I'm trying to get there by the end of the year. I'm hoping. So please tell your friends to subscribe to our channel. Get lots and lots of free salon education. And thank you to Brian Hare, Justin Scott. Follow Brian where?
Hairstyle.
Everywhere around town. On Instagram, it's hairstyle HAIRE.
Justin Scott.
Atomic Garden 666. You should know this. You follow me.
I know. Drea Boland
JJ2289.
Bad bolognized.
and Christina _Stini. And follow us at Free Salon Education. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We have more favorite things coming up and lots of stuff for the holidays. If you go to shopfse.com, use the code HOLIDAY15. You'll get 15% off everything you buy. So, all right, guys. We will see you guys on the next episode. Thanks.